beans! Oh, pretzels! There was a raid! Hello, everyone, and welcome in! Oh my goodness, I was still making my tea! Mark, thank you so much for the raid! Thank you, thank you! Hello, hello, hello! Oh my goodness, my light isn't on! Hold on! Bear with! One moment, please! Okay, my light's on now. I'm not here yet, I'm not ready, but we're just gonna go for it, because hi, how was your stream? Welcome on in. If anyone is still here, hello, hello, it's lovely to see y'all. Hi, it's me. Thank you so much for the raid, Mark, I really appreciate it. How was your stream? I hope you had a very, very good one. Let me get a shout out for you in the chat. There we go, hopefully that works. Come on. Aw, yay, thank you, chatbot, you're working. My mic is super far away, so you can't hear me. Okay, now I don't have to speak so loudly. Hello, everyone, welcome in. What is up, gamers? Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hope you're having just the loveliest of lovely Thursdays. I am certainly continuing to exist today, and you know, sometimes that's all we can ask for. Anyways, hello. How's everybody doing? It's lovely to see you, and welcome. What was I gonna say? I don't think I had anything interesting to say at the top of the stream, if I'm being perfectly honest. So you know, this is perfect. Mark, what'd you get up to today? It's lovely to see you. Just wanted to drop some friends off to hang out in art for a bit. Oh, yay! We are very much aiming to art for a bit, so that works perfectly. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Very much I do. And yeah, hi. For anyone who's new here, I guess I should introduce myself. Hello there. My name's Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I am a variety streamer. I do cozy game streams on Friday mornings, but on Mondays and Thursdays in the afternoon, at least in British time, I do cozy art streams. And today, I didn't really have a solid idea of what I felt like doing, so we're just gonna sort of faff around and paint whatever this ends up being. just a little bit of sort of a watercolor sketching, I suppose, which hopefully will be a fun time. Yes. Anywho, Mark says, I was playing all of the epic sports games. Oh, nice. I hope you had a wonderful sporting time. I hope you won at all of the sports. And I hope that it was fun. It sounds like fun. That's awesome. I love that for you. Hell yeah. Let me get another shout out for you in the chat, just because I can. And once again, if you're not following Mark and you want to have a good time with some cool games and some cool people, you go give him a follow. There you go. Anyways, as for me, I'm a little snuffy, so I do apologize. I'm going to have to mute for a second to blow my nose. I'm so sorry. I'll be back in just a second, everybody. Oh, beans. Ah, that's better. Okay. Hopefully I sound a little bit less like I've come down with some sort of horrible disease now. I haven't. I'm okay, I think. My lungs aren't working super great today and my tummy hurts, and I had a very stressful morning, so I took an afternoon nap for lunch. But I've got my water cup, and I've got a bottle of water that I had intended to bring over for drinkage purposes, but you know what? I can fill up my water cup with some of it. That's fine. It's just tap water. It's not, you know, expensive fancy water or anything. Though this bottle originally contained alkaline ionized water. I don't know. I know what alkalinity is. I don't know how it's good for you in the context of water. But there we are. I thought water was relatively neutral, but anyways. I won at some of the sports, says Mark, but did you have fun? Because the real winning is the having fun. But also congratulations on the literal winning, which you should also feel very proud about. Congratulations. I don't have a trophy for you. Do I have anything that's trophy shaped? No, not really. I have this unpainted Warhammer figure of a goblin playing the bagpipes. Congratulations. How did I do? Anyways, I want to paint this guy. I don't know if my partner's earmarked this for painting, but I want to paint the bagpipist. Look at him. Look at their little face. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's too close to the camera. It's going out of focus, but they're like playing their little pipes. Very, very, very cute indeed. Buddy, hello, welcome, and how are you doing? It's lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. Sorry I'm snuffy. But such is life with me, apparently, in the last, week. He does look fun, says Buddy. I know, right? Like, so stinking cute. Anyways, I hope y'all are having good Thursdays. I hope you are well. I hope that the week is treating you kindly. And for anyone who might be here for whom it's a special America Day, I'm given to understand that in the United States over there, they're having a holiday day today. So if you are, I hope that the food is good, and I hope that that the company is pleasant if you have it, and I hope that regardless you have pie if you like pie. I don't have pie, but I did buy myself a little single-serve tiramisu potto from the supermarket. And that was an ordeal, actually. A very unexpected ordeal, and I'll tell you about that a little later. Mark says, I had a non-zero amount of fun and won a non-zero amount of gold medals. Yay! Congratulations! We love to see it. Hell yeah, congrats. Congrats indeed. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea, which is lemon ginger, which will hopefully make my tummy feel a little bit better, because I had pasta for lunch, which was probably a mistake, but here we are. That's lemon ginger, tastes like Fruit Loops. I'm on a real lemon ginger kick at the moment, which is bad because I'm running low on the lemon and ginger. And I don't know what I'm gonna do when I run out of the lemon and ginger. I guess I'm gonna have to buy more. I mean, it's a fairly ubiquitous tea flavor, but then sometimes you get caught out, and some of them have surprise licorice root in them, because I guess it makes it taste sweeter, but also it makes it taste bad to my mouth personally. So I'd rather not. But yes. Anyways, oh yeah, what was I saying earlier? Tiramisu, the supermarket. So, unbeknownst to me, now for some time the self-checkouts at my local supermarket have had okay, so here you are at the checkout. Here's the the checkout screen, and just above the checkout screen is a camera. And that camera is shows you what you look like while you're getting your groceries. So I guess, I don't know, it makes it harder to steal things or pretend that you've weighed up a bag of carrots when actually it's a bag of the most expensive it's a bag of expensive organic hazelnuts or something, but you've printed out a label that says that they're carrots so you can get them for super cheap or something like that. I've mostly used this camera reflection as a fun tool to see what my hair is doing when I'm doing my grocery shops, which is usually nothing good, because when I'm doing my grocery shops, I'm not dressed for looking nice. I'm dressed for I have to be here. But I'm not, I don't care if the supermarket staff and shoppers think I look cool. Mark is doing a lurk for post-stream self-care. Absolutely, go for it. Have a lovely, lovely lurk. Go do all of your decompression after stream stuff. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and thank you once again for the raid. I really, really do appreciate it. I always feel so grateful when someone cool is yes, I want to entrust my community with this person. I really appreciate it. And it's always lovely to see you as well. But yeah, anyway, so these cameras, it turns out that they have a secondary function, which I discovered when I went to okay, finish and pay. I tapped on the self-checkout screen, and it was bonk, age verification required. Please wait for a staff member. And I had to stand there for absolutely bloody ages. Not by anyone's fault, but it just so happened that there was someone at the at the regular cash till who had a lot of complicated things that they needed doing, and so the cashier was not available, which I'm fine. I'm not in a hurry. I'm willing to wait. But they finally turn up And they're just like, you've just got a young face. And I'm like, I'm wait, a young face? I mean, I'm 40 and thank you? But what? And I put together afterwards that, when she said that it's because I have a young face, it's because the, whatever, like, computer system robot is, connected to the automatic camera CCTV thingy that shows you some video footage of your own face while you're packing groceries, is also assessing whether it thinks you might be too young to be buying certain items from the supermarket. And I happen to be buying, I don't know which one it was, I happen to be buying toilet bleach and tiramisu. Because I'm planning to have a really interesting dinner. But I don't know which one it is. Because obviously you wouldn't want, like, a child coming in and buying, like, lemon bleach and being like, oh, good, lemon juice, and then drinking it and then having it turn out that no, Timmy, that wasn't lemon squash, that's lemon bleach. I know it's in a yellow bottle and it says lemon, but that's for cleaning the toilet and not making yourself a delicious, lovely barley water like Mummy used to make. Or if it was the tiramisu, which contains, like, a cumulative, I don't know, half teaspoon of Marsala wine. I'm honestly not sure which one it was. But I'm also disconcerted by the fact that the camera thought that I was not just... I am fine with the camera thinking that I'm under 40. That's nice. I guess, if we, as a society, value, you know, sort of the appearance of relative sprightly youthfulness in persons, especially those that camera robots interpret as ladies. But it not only mistook me for under 40, which is but presumably under 18. I do not wish to be mistaken for under... I don't... And to be perfectly honest, I think that at the very, like, youngest, I could possibly be mistaken for being in, like, my early to mid-30s. Because I moisturize and stay out of the sun. But that's coupled with the, you know, world weariness and general exhaustion of someone who's just had too much of everything and needs a gosh damn nap. So I'm pretty sure I look like the age I am, because whatever the age that I am, that's what I look like at that age, and therefore that's what that age looks like at the end of the day. It's been, now admittedly, I generally, when we go to the supermarket, when we do our supermarket shops, usually the age restricted items like super glue and that kind of thing, because we don't really buy alcohol, my partner and I. We're not big alcohol enjoyers in this house. Normally he buys the toilet bleach and the super glue and that kind of thing. And he's got a big old beard. It's very handsome and incredibly soft, and I love it very much. But I think that probably stops them from being like, brrr, you're 17! You can't buy super glue. But yeah, this is an interesting development if that's what was happening with that. I just assumed that it was like an automated thing that if you are buying something that is restricted by age, that it just asks everyone at the self-checkouts, that, like, regardless, they have to check and make sure that they think that you're the obvious adult that you are. But the way that lady was like, oh, it's because you've got a young face, I was like, what? So I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit creeped out by that. largely because of the fact that, I mean, I guess it goes to show that, like, you know, the robots aren't gonna, you know, the robots aren't going to, surpass, you know, sort of human common sense and discretion anytime soon if a robot, like, computery doodad looks at my face, this sagging, um this sagging rosacea covered, fine line decorated salt and pepper so and goes, huh, well, you're probably in what, like, 6th form college? I no. I mean, you know, up to a certain point in adulthood, it's kind of, it's frustrating, or it's a little bit flattering. Certainly when I was younger, and I would regularly get asked to show ID if I was, like, buying, you know, a bottle of wine or something back when I tried to drink alcohol and tried not to hate it. Turns out I just really don't like it. It gives me headaches and it's not delicious. But anyways, I would get slightly frustrated because I'd be like, I think probably because I'm like 5 feet tall, so I've got a chip on my shoulder about looking young. And generally being, I don't know, feeling like I'm taken less seriously because of it, or sort of patronized. But at this age, it's just like, oh no, I do not want to be mistaken for under 18. That's weird. That's creepy. That's over half of my life ago. Anyways, Funkle Drunk, hello, welcome in. Funkle Drunk says this is what Robot was trying to warn us about. At first I read that as this is what a robot is trying to warn us about, and I'm like, wait a second, are you a robot? But no, you know, you meant iRobot as in, like, the classic bookie. Yes, I get it. No, it's delicious and gives you headaches. Fair enough. I do enjoy, like, a teaspoon of Bailey's in my coffee one time a year at Christmas. Turnip, thank you very much for the lurk. And on that note, I'm gonna go say hello to my moderator/spouse who's just come home. Honey!
You lost something.
What?
You lost.
What? Oh, thank God. Thank you. Where was it?
Outside and just inside the house.
I had it about.
Okay.
Because there's a lot. I should probably just not. I dropped my glasses.
Okay, don't step back on them.
I won't. So. Welcome home, sunshine. I'll go stream. Okay. Hello. Yes, your post is on your desk, Chair Honey Bunch. Anyways. Sorry about that. Woo! Uncle Drug says, guys, she's gone. Let's put a whisper of Bailey's in our coffee. I mean, by all means, I wholly recommend putting a whisper of Bailey's in your coffee because it's delicious. And in fact, I do hope that I get to do that this year. Or the little set of 3 mini bottles from Hotel Chocolat that's like chocolate cream and espresso martini cream and salted caramel cream. And they're like 4% alcohol and they're really nice and hot chocolate. Is good. Anyways. Sorry, I've been trying very hard not to cough. But unfortunately, that means that eventually I have to cough, and then I cough a lot. Hence the lemon ginger tea. With today, it has a whisper of honey in it, which is really good, and it really does remind me of Fruit Loops for some reason. Like, why? That should not taste like Fruit Loops, but it kind of does. Funkle Drunk says, the airline, I'm sorry your flight got delayed, I'm out of alcoholic cream. Yep, exactly. Incredible. Okay. I'm actually going to work on some art. I could conceivably actually work on some art. I think that'd be nice. My paint is on the other side of the studio because I ran in very quickly at the start of stream because we'd very kindly had a raid from Mark. So I'm going to go grab some paints. Let's find out what paints I grab because I don't know what it's going to be because I haven't decided yet. All right. Which ones are you? Which paints am I gonna paint? Which paints am I gonna paint? Yeah, I'm gonna paint these paints. Okay, I got some paints. I think I'm gonna use the Schminke super granulating colors today because they're really pretty and very fun. I forgot to bring my swatchies over, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not entirely sure I know where my swatchies are. Other point of just news for the stream, I am extremely low on paper, so we may have a couple streams of using A7 sized paper while I wait for more regular sized paper to show up, which I will be ordering tonight, don't worry. Because yeah, I did not realize I had so little paper left. Whoops. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So I've got 5 of these paints, which feels like a very small number of paints. But it's weird. It does seem to be enough colors that it like gets the job done. So happy with that. Oh no, the thingy is, the paper stuck to the I keep putting them back in their little like wrappers because I don't have anywhere better to store them. So that's Galaxy Pink. That is I want to say that's Tundra Orange. I don't know what's it's out of frame. You can't see any of them. I'm so sorry. So that's Galaxy Pink. That's Tundra Orange. This is Desert Yellow. I love this color. It's so fun. I love all of these colors. They're gorgeous. This is the color that stands in for both blue and green. Because they call it Shire Blue, but like real talk, it's Shire Teal. And I'm calling shenanigans on that naming. That was named by someone who can't quite perceive colors. And this is Deep Sea Violet, which is also kind of quite a bluey violet, I think. So they work well together, having sort of a bluish violet and then a bluish green as well. It kind of covers all the bases. Anywhoosins. Funkle Drunk says threatening aura to your head. Oh my goodness. Am I being threatened? Do I need to get the band hammer? Name your favorite 3-color palette. Oh, okay, no, that's fine. And in fact, I would extend that question to the entire chat in case anyone is, like to do. We do not want cheap viewers today. I'm just going to delete that post. Anyways, but, my favorite 3-color palette, the bisexual pride flag. So, yeah. Pink, purple, and blue. It's a nice little gradient. And I'm not in any way biased. But I consider myself very blessed to have pride flags that apply to me that I happen to think are really good color palettes. It feels real good. Anyways. Okay. I think what I might do, because I don't want to, honestly, the like swatch sheet that I have for this was for some reason not stored alongside it. And so in the interest of just making sure that everybody knows what these colors look like, I'm just going to re-swatch them on like the inside flap of this watercolor block. So we can just have a quick little look-see and say, okay, yes, I understand what these colors are now. Because, I don't know, that's my idea of a good time, I guess. I'm gonna use... I never use this brush. This is nice. This is a nice excuse to use this brush. Okay. Why not? And just to be an absolute flipping weirdo, I'm gonna start right in the middle here. And I'm realizing, having done this, that what I should have done is to actually pre-wet the paper a little bit. But this isn't watercolor paper, so it's gonna get all bad. Whatever I do. But let me just blib blob a little bit more of this on, because it's disappearing. Oh, I shouldn't have used this paper. This paper is doing a really bad job. This paper is not intended for watercolor paint. This paper is just intended to wrap the block that the watercolor paint came in. What brand are these cakes? Oh, well, my paint cake. This is Schminke. And the paper comes from Jackson's. Alrighty. Anyways. I was gonna say I wish I had cake now, but no, that's a lie, because I do. I've got tiramisu. And I'm excited for that. Anyways, but yes, I am by and large, I would say, a Schminke enjoyer. I have 3 tubes of, I think, Schminke watercolors that I'm going to use to try and recreate Moonglow, which is a very beloved color from Daniel Smith watercolors. But one of the pigments in it is fugitive. They give it like a light fastness rating of excellent, but actually, if you leave it out in the sun for a year, which I never do with my paintings anyways. My paintings never see sunlight, just like me. I'm a vampire. You'll notice that it goes from being this sort of complicated, like, violet gray color to just kind of like a teal mix. And that is because it is a mix of 3 pigments, I think ultramarine, viridian, and some kind of red. And the red is not light fast. And if I'm gonna have a mix like that, I would like that all of the pigments be of similar light fastness, so that my painting doesn't, change a few months down the line. Just a thought. Anyways. As such, I have procured a trio of watercolor tubes of similar colors. So I have also an ultramarine, also viridian, and then a similar but not quite exactly the same, like, red color that should give a fairly comparable result. But the question is the ratio of the 3 colors. And so what I kind of want to do is just to, like, make a whole bunch of blends out of these 3 paints with different ratios to try and figure out what is the Moonglow ratio, and then we'll know for science, so we can DIY Moonglows. Because I'm silly. Anyways, this is our paints for today. This is what they look like, so now we know. That's nice. Moment. What's up, sunshine? You good?
Not sorry to sit down.
Oh, okay. You having a nice toast snack? My moderator / Gus is having a toast snack. It looks delicious. Anyways, when the less than light fast paints dry for a while, do they still run? Say you run water soluble ink on them. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't tested that. They certainly do run away, in the sense that after a certain period of time they disappear. But I think that's different. Anyways, sorry, I'm very snuffy. I'm gonna take another sip of my tea, which I'm very excited about. Delightful. What was I gonna say? Oh, I'm sad that this isn't as much of a, like, pie country. I mean, I do live in a pie country, but it's a country that's more like steak and ale pie and hot water crust. And I don't eat meats. I like apple pie. You can get apple pies, but they're not as ubiquitous. Like, I don't think my local supermarché sells pies at all. which is very sad because I would have eaten a pie today if I could. Um, anyways, trying to decide how I want to do this piece. Because I've got our little cottage here. And you may recognize this cottage. It's something that we actually did paint in Stream Ink, but I wanted to do a slightly different version of that scene. Namely, I thought it might be nice to just see a little bit more of the surrounding area. Because I want to paint trees, basically. Because it's the same as, hold up. Please look, there we go. It's the same as this, but larger in terms of the area that we can see. I also haven't decided where little guys are going to be. Apple pies are only allowed to be eaten if you believe in freedom. I mean, I believe in a certain brand of freedom, but it's probably not the same one as the land that supposedly claims that it's the land of apple pie. Even though apple pie was invented before that country declared itself a country. So, even though they were made in the UK, I think it's this Funkle joke. Yeah, exactly, you get it. As a Canadian, I have to have a bit of a chuckle. But as you could tell by my accent, I am from the Canada. I did not remember to do anything for Canadian Thanksgiving this year because I live in l'Angleterre, and we have no bank holidays between August and Christmas, which I've talked about before, I've complained about before, and I still think is a load of old nonsense. And probably why I'm so tired and irritable and just want to cry all the time is that I haven't had, like, an extra proper day off in a very long time. And you start to get, you know, I see the utility of the North Americans having placed Thanksgiving where they have on the calendar and making that an actual day that you get off. Because we've got, like, bonfire night here, we do Halloween, but, like, you don't actually get a day off. You just you just have to do more things. But oh, excuse me. But yeah, I don't know, I just think that not just better bank holiday distribution, because I don't want them to take bank holidays from other parts of the year and transplant them. I just want more. I'm very tired. But yeah, I think that it's very nice that to take an excuse to just be not at work for like a day and eat snacks, or if you work in the kind of job where you're still open on those days, you get a day off in lieu, you know. I remember the first, when I had like a terrible temporary job many years ago, but I had to work on New Year's Day, and it was the first time that I'd worked somewhere where they were open on New Year's Day, because where I was from, normally New Year's Day was like a pretty much everything closes day, not a everyone goes to the outlet mall to buy cheap jeans day, but okay. Anyways, but yeah, what was I gonna say? I mean, to be honest, I super didn't mind working like holiday days that year, because I was a single person, and I lived alone, and I was not spending any holidays with my family because they were super far away, and I was in another country. So yeah, so that was fine. Honestly, it was more active and more interesting than just being alone in my house and nothing's open and I can't go anywhere or do anything and just kind of stewing. So, in that way, I was quite grateful for it. Okay, I don't really know how granular I ought to get with the actual details of this, this like door frames and stuff. But I'll just rough something in here. I had contemplated, do I want them to be sitting out here? Do they want to be sort of out overlooking the lake, maybe? I'm debating whether or not to put tiny people in this. The only thing is that if I put tiny people in this, they're gonna be like, They're going to be smaller than a Rice Krispie, and that does get, at a certain point, it does get quite difficult for me to actually paint them in when when the detail is too teensy. I've got like a single short brush bristle that I'm just sort of like trying to get those like super mini details into. But on the other hand, I just like painting in little guys. I really do. I don't know if other people like when there's little guys in the painting. I think it gives it a little bit of, I don't know, it takes it from just being sort of here's a landscape with, you know, some trees to there's a story here. You know, there's life, there's activity, there's people. Something is happening. And I think that that can be kind of interesting and fun, maybe? Question mark? Oh, I don't know. I really don't. But I think, yeah, maybe I'll just have them sort of just, like, they've just walked down this little set of stairs to and onto the lake shore here. And maybe they're just looking out over the lake and the hills beyond and the trees on the hills over there. I think that might be nice. Just having a little contemplative why can't I say that word? Thoughtful. They're having a little thoughtful moment. I'm sorry. Just having a little thoughtful moment, just looking out at the lake and being, you know what they're being? They're being thankful. Whew. Is there anything that you're thankful for, chat? I'm trying to. I had a difficult day earlier today. Some difficult, like not emotionally necessarily, but just a lot of things to do. And so I wasn't really feeling the, you know, sort of ability to manifest like gratitude to a great degree. But I think I should probably be practicing a little bit of gratitude right now. It might maybe feel better about, you know, life and what have you. So what am I grateful for? I'm grateful for having a Twitch channel where people want to hang out with me while I paint. I really am. There we go. That's my gratitude for the day. Mark says a little PC thinky time. Yes, exactly. That's the word I was looking for. We got there. Thank you. Cassa says, it's okay. I lost the ability to spell animal earlier. Honestly, mood. Sometimes like quite fairly straightforward, fairly you've seen them your whole life words. It's almost like you've seen them so much for so long that it just, I find myself sometimes like questioning or second guessing. I'm like, that doesn't look right. Even though, like, of course it's right. You've done it loads of times, but somehow you're just like, no, wait, what is it? I don't know. Anyways, sometimes it just be like that. It's fine. And I don't know. It's been very cold here today. And I think that did not help with the ability to brain. The combination of like cold exterior and then being in buildings with really oppressive central heating, I find not my favorite. Like it's cope withable, but barely. And I cannot get a full complement of air into my lungs right now. Okie dokie. What am I gonna do with these guys? I'm trying to decide what should they be wearing. What should they be wearing? Whew. Probably just something like a big jumper, like just a big cozy jumper or something. Might be nice, and trousers, not just a jumper because then their legs will get cold. So I shall do But, yes, okay. Let's start with this. Is here a good spot for the little peoples? I think here's probably a pretty good spot for the little peoples. Hello, Aoife. Welcome on in. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. It's lovely to see you. I hope you're having a beautiful Thursday. And hi. Okay. I'm just trying to. I decided to add little guys to this piece before we like paint it in. And now I'm struggling to draw the little guys. Oh, pretzels. Okay. I think I want this piece to be fairly, like, these colors are pretty vibrant, but I think I want this piece in general to be fairly, like, muted and not super colorful. Am I still sick? Not exactly. I think I'm just tired. I think I just need, like, a 12-month sabbatical, to just do research, take naps, and paint things. But I don't think I'm sick. But thank you for asking. But I do have a snuffy nose, so if I need to mute the mic to, like, sneeze or whatever, now you know. Anyways, but how are you? I hope that you are well. I hope you're having a lovely day. It's wonderful to see you. And I'm gonna try and draw in this little guy. And his little hair. Do. I love drawing in little guys because ultimately, like, they're quite simplistic. If I drew them in large scale, they would look really stupid. But when they're super tiny, it's just cute, you know. I enjoy that. So let's give you a boyfriend. And he can have some hair also. I'm struggling to draw. Oh man, no, that hair looks super bad. Can I fix that? I want to fix that. I need, like, at this point, this is so tiny, I feel like I need a magnifying glass to do it. This is too small, arguably, but, you know, I started it, so I have to finish, I guess. Aoife says, don't we all need a 12-month break? But then again, I'm technically on break since 2016, but I could use some sort of super break, I guess. Yeah, that's a mood. Honestly, sometimes I just need, like, a 3-day trip to Copenhagen, but I feel like at this point I get, like, one of those sort of types of things a year, kind of, and I feel like I need one of those, like, every 2 months, maybe. That would be good. I've been better, not necessarily a bad day, says Aoife. Yeah, mood. Well, I hope that your days improve. And I hope you have something to be grateful for today, because it is American Thanksgiving, apparently. I'd forgotten. Even though I've watched so many cooking videos over the last, like, week or two about, like, here's how to roast a turkey. Here's why you should dry brine your turkey. Here's how to wet brine your turkey. Here's an alternate recipe for turkey. You know, be safe if you're gonna deep fry your turkey. I genuinely think it is freaking crazy that Americans apparently deep fry turkey. That just sounds like a recipe for setting your house on fire. I mean, obviously you're not doing it indoors, but that sounds like setting your house on fire. Sledge says, can I be thankful I'm not American? Yes, you can, because that means you don't have to deep fry a turkey, which sounds really dangerous. Oh, where's that? There it is. Oh, darling.
Oh, hell yeah. Sledge Callier just subscribed. 45 months? That's almost a year.
Oh my goodness, almost a year. Thank you so much, Sledge, my dearest darling, for 45 months of subsness. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Casa says, I need to either win enough money that I don't have to work or only work 3 to 4 days a week at a higher salary. I would love to work less days for more money. That would be, at this point, necessary. It frequently is a recipe for fire or burns. I've seen some alarming videos from, like, the Department of, for God's sakes, be safer than this of America. Because, yeah, it turns out super easy to set fire to things when you are plunging a large, heavy turkey into, like, a pot of boiling grease. You know, some of that is gonna displace. And if it displaces too far and splashes out of the thing, which it might do because, like, it's gonna sizzle, there's moisture in that turkey, and when it comes into contact with hot fat, that's gonna make a sizzly situation happen. And that's not even to say of your container is too small and you've put too much oil in it, so when you put the turkey in, it just splashes out, and oh good, your house is on fire. Like, oh geez, Casa says, I've seen a U.S. fire department on TikTok going, do this outside at the very least. People are doing this indoors? Good lord. If you're desperate to have, like, a deep fried turkey situation, why not just do what they do when they make fried chicken? And you know what they do when they make fried chicken? They like, separate the chicken down into single serving components, like, here's a drumstick, here's a whatever, I don't know, I don't eat meat. And then they take it and they coat it in delicious, yummy breadcrumbs that you've seasoned and are delicious, and then they deep fry it, and then it's all crispy and craggly and crunchy on the outside, and on the inside it's all juicy and tender, just the way you like it. I don't know. maybe just do it like they did in the olden days and just boil the turkey. Just boil it. Just make soup. Just forgo the turkey altogether and just eat a butternut squash like me. But yeah. Just roast your turkey like a civilized. Okay, yeah, I guess you could roast it, Casa. That's fair. Aoife says, things are too sensitive nowadays. Back in my day, things didn't catch on fire this easily. You probably weren't deep frying, like, 12 kilogram meat carcasses, in fairness. Or maybe you were, I don't know. But maybe you were better at it. Maybe there are things that we lost from the good old days. ? I don't know. Anyway. Let me see if I can fix this poor little guy's hair, because I did a really bad job of it. Okay, it's still pretty bad. Yeah, I know. No, it looked like... Listen, I know it's hard for you to see because it's so tiny, but it made him look like a beetle. Like he had, like, a beetle mop. And this isn't Beatles fan fiction. Which does exist, apparently. I know this because I saw someone give a PowerPoint presentation which led me to learn things about the Beatles that I did not need to know and won't repeat here because it's adult content. But apparently is true. Anyways, you can look it up yourself if you're curious. Aoife says, I read a book once where they stuffed several animals into each other and then buried it with hot coals in the sand. I believe the outer animal was a camel. I feel like such a construct could be deep fried. That feels unsafe. Like if you're literally cooking a camel. Casa likens this to a turducken, yeah, where you take, like, a chicken and you stuff it into a duck and then you stuff that into a turkey and then you cook it. And my question about cooking in this way is, how do you ensure that each of these food items gets cooked fully to appropriate internal temperatures, and yet also ensure that the ones on like the exterior don't get like really overcooked and like dry while you're waiting for that heat to make it into the center. It just, I don't know. It feels like it's going to be a very difficult recipe to do. I feel like I wouldn't do. But then I don't know anything about cooking meat, so like like it could be anything. Anyways, Eva says I saw that on a sitcom, I believe, Friends. It might have been Friends. I honestly don't know. But it might. Friends did have a very famous Thanksgiving episode. I think, was it the Thanksgiving episode, or was it like a Christmas episode where I think it's Rachel Friends is trying to make a trifle, but one of the recipe book pages is missing, and so the last half of the recipe is gone. So she's like, yeah, so I have there's a layer of sponge cake, then a layer of jelly, then a layer of custard, then some sautéed peas, carrots, and onions, a layer of ground beef, and a layer of mashed potatoes. So basically she made a trifle with the cottage pie on top of it. It was something like that. I'm not doing it justice, but I will say it's one of the funnier bits that I remember from Friends, because she's so much not a cook that she just reads this out factually and is just like, yeah, that's the recipe, isn't it? It's like, oh girl, no. Cassis says, today's stream, a Canadian and some Europeans try to figure out US Thanksgiving. Hell yeah. I'm assuming that a lot of our American friends, and we do have some American friends in stream sometimes, I'm assuming that a lot of our American friends are probably, you know, wearing the coziest jumpers they own and having to eat copious amounts of cranberries and, oh, that thing that some Americans do where they cook, like, mashed sweet potatoes? They cook mashed sweet potatoes, and they put it into a casserole dish, and then they put marshmallows on top of the sweet potatoes in the casserole dish, and then they put the whole casserole dish in the oven so that the marshmallows get all browned and on the top. And then they serve this. They serve this on the same plate as, like, your turkey and your gravy and your stuffing. And when I first heard this, I could not believe that this was a serious food that exists in real life. Because now, I grew up in a fairly healthy food household. We had treats and, like, goodies and that kind of thing, but I grew up in a fairly healthy recipes household, you know, and the thought of putting marshmallows into dinner would be unthinkable. Absolutely unthinkable. I don't know if my mother's ever heard of this, but if I tell her about it, I think she would be alarmed and frightened. Anyways, Sammy Ann says, hello, Cozy Beach Pirate. I hope your Thursday is going well. I hope your Thursday is going well, too. It's lovely to see you, Sammy Ann. How are you doing? And welcome on in. We were just talking about Thanksgiving stuff because it's Thanksgiving in America, and I'm genuinely flummoxed by the idea of putting marshmallows on top of sweet potatoes and serving that with gravy. But yes. I mean, the thing is, if you were to put, like, a marshmallow cream on top of a sweet potato pie and serve that for dessert, I could see the merit in that. But not next to, like, roast meat. Anyways, Aoife says, if it's all closed up properly, I think the moisture should kind of stay inside, maybe stuff with fruits and nuts and stuff. Okay, stuffed camel thoughts made me hungry. Oh, sorry about that. Sammy answers, are you discussing yams with marshmallows? My American nan would yell at anyone who did that. It's weird. It's genuinely weird. And I feel like it must have come out of that period in, like, the 50s, 60s where, like, companies were putting up, like, sponsored recipe books and being like, ooh, look at all the things you can do with Jell-O kind of thing, and like trying to make Jell-O savory and putting marshmallows at dinner and that kind of thing. And for some reason that one took off. I don't know. But again, I think it could work as a dessert. I just don't think it works, for me anyways, as like a component of dinner, but maybe my palate is just too Commonwealth. Who knows? Anyways, she put pecans on everything, says Sammy Ann. Now that I can get behind. We are not nut enjoyers in this household because my husband has an allergy, but I will say that I can see the merit of putting pecan nuts in things that are savory and things that are sweet. I think they work well with both. That's totally valid. I've had pecan nuts in like a rice pilaf situation before, and it was quite nice. But also, you know, I would not turn up my nose at a delicious pecan pie. Damn it, I want pie again. Ah, heck. Anyways, Aoife says Austria is famous for doing sweet dishes as a main course a lot. So, hello. Some of my family is Hungarian, and same. Hello, neighbor. Famous for doing sweet dishes as a main course, but marshmallow stuff in general is kind of sus to me. Yeah, it's not like if you're just having like cherry soup, you know? Like cherry soup, okay, fine. Like it's got some acidity, but marshmallows? Wow. Anyways, Aoife says pecans are one of 3 nuts I try to always have at home, mainly put them in salads or just use them with fruit. Deliciousness. I love that for you. Anyways, my throat is going, so I'm gonna take a super quick BRB. I'll be back in very shortly. Have a stretch, have a beverage and all that jazz while I'm away, and I'll see you in like a minute or two. Okay? Okay. Hello friends, I'm back. Hope you enjoyed that little diversion. And I hope you're looking forward to seeing this still very undeveloped sketch. Yay! Let's pop back into it. Alright, pecan nuts. Sammy Ann says, pecan nuts, if you are not allergic, are a very versatile addition to any pantry. I wholeheartedly agree. Also a walnut enjoyer, though, I have to say. Though, again, I don't really eat any of these very often anymore because of the allergies. Excuse me. That's another question. Chat, do you pronounce it pecan, or pecan? Now, pecan I know is like a fairly popular pronunciation, but I cannot say pecan because of this one time that a chef on TV said that a pecan is a can that you pee in. And now I can't unthink it, and so I'm like, no, I can't say that. But saying pecans feels like it sounds like I'm trying to sound like a posh English person, which I am not, as you can tell. Also, I'm looking at my stream dashboard in Twitch right now because I want to run a poll. But I've got there's this big bar at the bottom telling me I need to update my tax information. I'm just not doing that right now because I'm trying to stream Twitch. I'll do it afterwards. Okay, I'm creating a poll. I'm gonna run the poll for, let's just say 3 minutes, because I don't think there's that many people who are gonna want to bother answering the poll. But how do you pronounce pecan? As in the nut that, among other things, you make pie out of. There we go. There's a poll running in chat. And feel free to give us your view, or not, who cares. Anyways, just for funsies. Aoife says, well, thanks. Now I will think of pea every time I think of my favorite nut. No! No, it's good. It's delicious. It's a good source of, I don't know, minerals, protein, fiber. What are nuts a good source of? I think some essential minerals. But don't quote me on that because I'm genuinely not sure. Can you say those 3 out loud in order, please? I have a hard time with understanding the difference written here. Okay, pecan, pecan or pecan are the options. 1, 2, 3, in that order. Hope that helps, chat. I can't wait to find out what the most popular choice is. And as is the case with none of these are wrong. None of these are wrong. They are all perfectly fine ways of referring to the nut meat. It's like I once got into like a straight up argument with someone about scone versus scone, but not as in I say scones, they say scones, but I wasn't. They were arguing in favor of it's pronounced scone, and I was arguing in favor of either pronunciation is equally valid, and there isn't one correct one. Either is fine. It was one of those stupid arguments where it's like, okay, here's the dictionary. The dictionary gives either one phonetically spelt out as a pronunciation of this word. It does not differentiate. It does not declare one or the other. Like, the dictionaries say that both is fine. And apparently that wasn't good enough. Apparently the dictionary is wrong and that person was correct. So, yeah, we're not friends anymore. You may say that, I don't know, maybe you may say that I drop friends too easily, but I will say it was a symptom of a wider, you're not very fun to have arguments with kind of situation with that person. It wasn't just like I dumped this friendship because they had a bad opinion about the pronunciation of like an afternoon tea food. Oh man, afternoon tea is nice, isn't it? Haven't had myself an afternoon tea in quite some time, but I do enjoy them. I do. Okay. Little guys got a tiny little neck. And they're holding hands. And there's their hands. Hey. And I realized that where I've drawn them relative to the lake kind of looks like they're splashing their feet in the lake shore. So I might need to move the shore because I don't want to redraw the little guys. Oh wow, okay, so we have a 50-50 split right down the middle between pecan and pecan, and no pecans in chat. Interesting. Okay. I thought the pecan was a fairly popular pronunciation, but anyways, Eva says, actually, I have no idea how I say it. I actually think I might have never said it out loud in English. Turns out pecans are seldom mentioned in my maths talks. That is not surprising, but I would love to see you find a way to integrate them into talking about maths. I don't know how you would do it, but I feel like if anyone can, it's our friend Aoife, because Aoife's great, and I believe in you. that would be really fun. Okay, anyways, I feel like I haven't done a great job of their shoulders here. Okay, so I'm gonna redo it because I'm probably massively overthinking, like, way too hard these little guys. I'm just gonna give them just tiny little shoulders because I want them to be, small. They're just a couple of small little guys. This guy's hand in his pocket, because why not? And he's wearing a very off-the-shoulder, rolled-up sleeve sort of sweatshirt situation, which looks very cute. Oh no, hold up. No, he isn't. This isn't working. Hold on. Anyways, I was just thinking about says Aoife. Hell yeah. Okay. Can I have his hand in his pocket there without accidentally making his legs look significantly wider than they are? There we go. There's a little bit of shirt hem. Yay! Okay, I have a person, and I think that they look cute. I'm gonna need to readjust the lake shore, otherwise their feet are gonna be really wet. Oh, pretzels. Oh well. It'll still be cute, don't worry. Um, I'll just need to make the waves go sort of rather than the words that. Anyways, I'll shut up. Um, I'm gonna shut up and keep on drawing. Here we go. This one's in his little collared shirt, and he's just standing. And his little hands, and his hand holding. There. Yay! Couple of little guys. We did it. They're so tittle. This is gonna be just genuinely impossible to paint, and they look so. Oh my god, they look so derpy. Oh no, what am I doing? Oh well, whatever. Listen, it's fine. It'll work out fine. As I said, I do want the colors for this piece to be quite muted, so it'll be interesting trying to figure out how to do that. There, okay, I've slightly amended the shape of the lake shore, so it kind of they're standing in front of it rather than you know, being up to their tummies in like muddy, cold November lake, which doesn't sound mega pleasant if I'm being honest. So that's a good. What's your favorite kind of pie, chat? Do you like a pie situation? Are you a pie enjoyer? And if you are, which one's your favorite? What do you like best? I think I might be a rhubarb. I do love a rhubarb situation, but a strawberry rhubarb also very, very good. And what else? A straw rhubarb. Like, you know what? Okay, peach. I don't think about peach that often, but honestly, the combination of peach with anything buttery, like a pastry, is so good. So good. And I don't do that often enough. Partly I think because also delicious is a raw peach. Is just a fresh peach. So when I have peaches, they often don't make it beyond the I'm just going to eat this out of hand stage. But now that I've said it out loud, I wanna make a peach pie. Ah, damn it. Ooh, Cassa says mince pies. Of course, it's mince pie season is coming up. Now I have not had any mince pies yet. But I will be allowing myself to have a mince pie once Sunday rolls around and after Sunday, because Sunday is December 1st and that's when the festive season begins, and that's when we're allowed to have things like mince pies. But no sooner. It's important. And also small apple pies, the Mr. Kipling ones. Oh, those are a cozy little treat. I like them a little bit warm. I haven't had a Mr. Kipling pie in quite a while, actually. Sammy Ann! I'm so sorry!
Sami Ann Art cheered. X100. I just had lunch. This food talk is making me hungry again. LOL.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, Sammy Ann, but I hope your lunch was delicious, and thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Thank you. That's incredibly kind. I very much appreciate it. Thank you. I'm actually weirdly not hungry. I think it's probably because I had a somewhat late lunch. I had this, they have this jalapeno and cheese breadstick at the supermarket in the bakery section, and they must have just recently, baked a whole bunch of stuff, because when I walked into the supermarket at lunch today, It smelled so bakery good in there that I couldn't not get something. And I'll be honest, the jalapeno breadstick, a little too jalapeno-y for me. But I'm glad I did it. Because the cheese part was really good. But yeah, Aoife says, I enjoy plums and baked cakes and stuff. Pies aren't really a thing here, though. Oh. I do love a plum cake situation, very much. Very much so. Oh, goodness. Maybe I should do some kind of a plum cake situation sometime soon. Yeah. Cassie says, if we're counting tart-like things, then Bakewell tarts. Oh, I love a Bakewell situation as well. Delicious, delicious. Soup makes it all worthwhile. Oh, soup. I love soup. Okay, y'all are working very hard to make me hungry. I'm still not yet, but, you know, working on it. Okay. What order do I want to paint things in on this painting? Question. You know, I've never been to what part of the country is Bakewell in? Because Bakewell tart is named after a place called Bakewell, which I assume is where the Bakewell tart comes from. I've never been to it. I wonder if the tarts are very good there. If you've ever had a Yorkshire style curd tart, those are lovely. It's kind of because it's got like a curd filling, it's kind of similar to like a cheesecake almost, but not exactly, and it's got like little raisins or currants in it, and then it's in pastry like a tart is. Those are super yummy, and I've never seen them in a bakery outside of like Yorkshire. And I haven't been to Yorkshire in a very long time, and I'm very sad. And I'm like, oh, you know, I know how to make them. I could just make it, but effort. But there's also it's kind of between a pie and a cake and like a slice, I guess. But there's this Hungarian pastry called almas pita, which is like an apple pastry situation that my grandmother used to make, and I have never made it, and I would like to make it at some point because it's very, very good. But it's got like a lattice on the top, and then you cut it into like squares, but the like pastry cake base is kind of pastry-y, so it's like a pie and a cake had a baby. I don't know, it's really good. Gazillion% do recommend. Derbyshire apparently says Casa. Ah, okay. I don't think I've really spent that much time in Derbyshire, so that's possibly why I've never been to Bakewell. Though I do have a relation in law who I believe was born in. I just love the name of this. There is a town in Derbyshire called Clown. It's Clown with an E on the end, but still, it's called Clown in Derbyshire, and I love that. Have I ever been to Clown? No. Do I want to go to Clown? Yes. I don't know. So, just the fact that it's called Clown Town makes me want to go there. It just sounds like a good time. It's probably deeply boring, but yeah, now I would like to one day visit Clown Town. But I also, there's probably nothing there. There's probably like a Greg's and a Tesco and like a pretty old church, and that's it. Nothing good has come from Clown in Derbyshire, says Sludge. I'm sure hey, no, that's not true. One good thing has come from Clown in Derbyshire. That's a person I know. Anyways. I'm from next door in Staffordshire, says Casa. That's neat. I've passed through that county on the train. It seemed nice. Oh, sorry about coughing. Okay. I never know where to start with these things. I never know what's a good place to start. Because I don't want to ruin everything by painting in the wrong thing first. I want to have just like a whole bunch, like a forest of trees sort of going backwards behind the like cottage and stuff. So I'm probably, I don't know whether I want to paint like the background trees first and then get, you know, sort of more detailed and saturated as we move forwards, or if I want to start with the ones that are more sort of forwards and then have the background ones recede behind it when I'm done. I don't know. So maybe I should start by painting the lake. Because then at least I'm deciding what to do with something. So why don't I do that first, so that I can defer my thoughts about the rest of it until we get to those thems. I haven't sketched in the trees because honestly, I did a painting it became a bookmark that's in my shop. I have a shop, by the way. It's here. I just updated a bunch of stuff like a week ago. There's some neat stuff there. There's a lot of bookmarks and what have you, and prints and some stickies and all kinds of neat stuff. You should consider looking at it if that's something that you might be into. I would really appreciate your support. But obviously, I'm just happy you're here, and you don't have to. That's some bad marketing copy, isn't it? I'm sorry. Anyways, moving on. I'm gonna make a lake color. What color is lilac? As they say in Quebec. I'm gonna start with this teal, which is decidedly a little weirdly green, and I'm gonna add a little bit of our violet and make something that feels a little bit like a nice dirty blue. And I think dirty blue is probably what we're after. This color might be a little bit too... I might need to end up adding more paint to it because I'm not sure it's saturated enough. And we're going to go sideways to do this bit because it's long and I feel like it's just going to be easier if we're sideways, I think. So I'm just pre-painting it with a little bit of paint water, which I find makes a good foundation for our colors. And I think the paint sits nicely when you do it. So I like to do it. Yeah, this is a nice soft lake color, but I feel like it could probably be a little... Could it be a little darker? I wonder. Did I not use enough paint? I might add a second shot of paint. I think I shall. Okay. Just thicken that color up a smidgen. And then see how we feel. I don't know. There we go. That's a little bit more. That's a little bit more murky depths full of sea plants and fish, which is what we want. Okay. Hell yeah, much happier with that. There we go. Definitely needed that second pass. Feeling a little bit more, visible now. Honestly, I think the scariest part of any painting is like the first pass of putting color down. That's always a little bit, nerve-wracking. And then once you jump over that hurdle, you're kind of okay for a while. And then you'll probably get scared again later. But we'll cope with the getting scared again later when we get to the bits where we get scared again later. I've just added I've taken what's left of that color and I added some orange to it. So now it's a nice sort of brownish... Actually, can I add a little more orange to it? A nice sort of brownish, grayish brown kind of shore dirt color. This isn't like beachy beach. This is just sort of dirt. You know, because this is a little lake in a very like foresty area, so it is for sure just kind of like dirt. I haven't bothered masking anything off in this piece. I'm just gonna kind of do stuff and hope for the best, really. Also, I'm aware that this paint is still a bit wet, and I'm putting another color of paint right next to it, and that's okay because I'm honestly pretty fine with these like bleeding together and sort of just dropping things on top of each other with this piece. Honestly pretty fine with that. So just kind of gonna do whatever. I'm thinking about pie again. Thinking about making that Hungarian apple situation at some point. It's one of those things, you know those like family recipes, those things that you grew up with, and there are some that like you teach yourself to make and you make all the time, and then there are some that you're like, no, I can't do it. I'm too nervous, and for some reason I'm really nervous about this one, even though I think it would be fairly straightforward. It's probably just because I never have. It's one of those things that I kind of, like I haven't had in years and therefore kind of forgot about, and then I remembered and I was like, oh man, how come I haven't had that in forever? I should have that more often. I should make that. So maybe I'll make it at some point soon. I think that'd be nice. Okay. There's some fun pigments are separating from each other on the palette. Can I get them to do that on paper as well? That would be neat. Please and thank you. Probably not, but, you know, a painter can dream. Okay. Anyways, I wonder what these two are up to. Neither of these two I think are particularly good cooks, but they can certainly go to their local IGA or whatever and get some reasonably edible supermarket bakery pie, I'm sure. Love that for them. Okay. Okay, we have some dirt. Yay! We're getting there. As you can see, this piece is, I don't know. I don't know what this piece is. It's something. Can I get a little fadey fade here? Just sort of that bit at the beginning of the lake where like you can kind of see you can see where the water meets the dirt. There's some wet dirt and then there's some muddy water that are intersecting with each other, and I'd love for those to just blend in like a smidgen. Oh, sunshine. Not yet. Thank you. But yeah. Okay. All right. I think what I might do with the like tree-y background is actually just pop a color back there. And then we can build onto that. I'm very not convinced by what I've done with the landscape so far, but I think we're just in one of those ugly duckling stages. I don't know if artists just don't have ugly duckling stages as much anymore these days because they film a lot of their works in progress for like Instagram and what have you, and if you have ugly duckling stages, people are just going to see that part of it and be like, oh, this art is ugly, and then leave. I don't know. I feel like it feels like a trap letting yourself fall into creating works with too much of that in mind. I was talking about it on Instagram the other day, actually, that like letting yourself fall prey to thinking entirely about what work is going to sell well to the algorithm as opposed to just doing things that bring you joy is at some point gonna get a bit soul destroying unless you have CEO brain. Because yeah, the whole point of doing this stuff is, you know, creative things bring people joy. Seeing creative things bring people joy. Creating things brings people joy. It's an important emotional element of, I think, the mental health of like a society, to have art and to have outlets and to just look at art. It's important to just be able to look at art. And that kind of thing does kind of, I don't know, you can't let it be ruled by, like, I don't know, the YouTube robot or like the Instagram robot says that people like it better when I do this rather than the other, and it's like, do they really? Well, who cares? What do you want to do? You should, you know, lean into that, and the right people hopefully will want to engage with it. And if no one wants to engage with it, that's okay too. Like, just don't sweat it so much. It's fine. Okay. I think I did that a bit too soon, I think, because I hadn't made a color yet. I'm starting again with our Shire Teal. I'm sorry. Is that blue? No. It's teal. What the nuts? I like it, but it's still teal. I'm gonna add some of this purple to it again, but I'm gonna let this one be lighter because sky. Oh, I'm just gonna drop some flecks of paint onto the canvas a little too soon by mistake. And I'll come get those in a minute. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna add way too much water to this, and so I'm just gonna kind of go splish. And we're just gonna pour this everywhere. And then eventually we're gonna paint trees on top of it. So far, this scene is not looking anything like I planned. I feel like there's too many colors, and it looks weird. But that's okay. Because that's just one of the things about painting and making progress and doing stuff, is that it will... You'll get to where it wants to be when it's ready. And until then, just keep adding stuff to it until it feels like it's done. Whew. And then sometimes it just bees bad. And sometimes when it just bees bad, you can just delete it later. Like, it's fine. Okay. I'm actually kind of into this. Maybe I should just forego the trees and have this just be in like a barren plain with a big sky. I mean, don't worry, I'm gonna not do that, but like I could, and that could be neat. Oops. This is kind of fun. Anyways, before I start adding trees and stuff, I think I maybe want this to like dry down so that the trees don't bleed into each other, I guess. So I'm gonna let this dry down, and I'm gonna look at something else for a minute. Okay. Okay, I have this other piece that I've needed to work on, so maybe I should just work on this guy. Hello. Is bat. This is a bat. Do you love them? I hope so. I think they're fun. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, would need a different brush for this, actually. Is this brush too small? This brush might be too small, but, it's a brush that I have, so I'm going to use it. And I think I'm actually just gonna do this in ink. I think I could just do this in ink. I'm just gonna give, at the very least, I feel like I can just kind of paint down this, like the base color of this little bateau. Which I am painting because reasons. The reasons are secret, because I don't know whether or not the plan I have for this will end up coming to pass, but I hope that it does. Oh my goodness! Oh no. Oh no. Ow! Ow! Oh my good. Okay, most of these are fairly easy to open, but the problem is that because they've got these like ridgy bits on the lid that you have to grip in order to open it, if it's stuck down a little bit tightly, these absolutely just try and tear your skin off. It's deeply unpleasant and I do not enjoy it. I'm just gonna plap a little plop of black ink. And then I'm gonna water that out because I do want this little bateau to be more of like a dark gray than like fully like black. Because that would work for me. But of course black ink is pretty intense, so I'm probably going to have to add a lot of water to this so that it's not, you know, super dark. But also I want it to be fairly wet so that it looks nice and we don't get a lot of unsightly visible like brush strokes and bits where it looks like it sort of stopped and started and that kind of thing. Very importantly. I just want this bat to be cute. Look at him, he's a little vampire. He's just a little guy. I gave him a bow tie because he wanted to dress up. And we love that for him. And I personally, I think he looks very dapper. And I think he should feel good about himself. So there you go. Whew. Anyways, the seasonally appropriate vampire bat. That's normal, right? Anyways. I did one of the things that went into my shop update of like a week and a half ago was a print of that painting I did of the like bone wizard making potions in a big cauldron. And I was just like, conventional wisdom would say that when you're making things for a shop update, you should probably try and think in a seasonally appropriate way. What do people want, as art and stationery and what have you going into the winter? Oh yeah, Bone Wizard. That's seasonally appropriate. Right? Right? So yeah, that's why Bone Wizard. Also, I just love Bone Wizard. I just thought that they were really cute. I hope people like Bone Wizard. I think it turned out well. And I like a bit of whimsy. Anyways, I have the music from some advert stuck in my head now, which is slightly doing my head in. I'm not actually sure what thing it was an advert for. It's either Etsy or a skincare product, because I seem to be getting a lot of those lately. That and car insurance. Like, wow, YouTube really thinks that I am a car owner. To be fair, Bone Wizards go with every season, says Aoife. Thank you. That's what I thought. I think they do. In what season would you not want to be friends with a bone wizard and look at a bone wizard. That is a truly perennial delight. There we go. Lovely little bat legs. I know I've been having, not really watching, but at least having too many YouTube videos on in the background when, like, the music from YouTube ads gets stuck in my head. Not fun. Especially when some of them are genuinely quite annoying as well. Like, it could certainly be worse, but, like, damn. Great, I cannot see where I drew... Okay, I can just about see where I drew his eyes. So I think that's probably as dark as I want the gray to be on the face and body. I will do a second pass on the wings so that they match. And then I'll see whether or not we can go back to our landscape. We're not going to get any of this done today, that's okay. And I think possibly Monday we might just do a bit of, like, bad paint science. If you'll humor me with doing bad paint science. Partly just because I find a bit of bad art science is quite fun. I just really want to try and make our own moon glows. I want to DIY some moon glows, but I'd love to have, like, I'd love to make just, like, a palette of moon glow variations. Where we add different proportions of the 3 colors into each of them. And see what we get. I think that would be fun. Maggie says, imagine getting art done on stream. I can't. It's never happened in the history of Twitch. Therefore, I simply cannot begin to fathom it. Honestly, it sounds fake, but hey. Anyways. Oh no, it's still wet. Okay, I'm gonna do the little tuft of fluff on the top of the, little tuft of fluff on the top of the little Batto's head, which I want to be a more saturated black. Also, hello Maggie, how are you doing? It is wonderful to see you, and welcome on in. Hope you're having a beautiful day. How is your Thursday doing? Aoife says, okay, the bone wizard is pretty cute, and sitting in a cauldron is probably quite cozy during that. Oh my god, imagine having just, like, a cauldron bathtub. That could be quite, if there's a little seat in there for you to, like, sit, that could be quite comfortable, I think. In as much as I often think, oh man, I want to take a nice, relaxing, cozy bath. But anytime I've ever actually, like, gone to the effort of filling my bathtub at home to do that, I've been so incredibly disappointed by how much crappier it is in practice than in theory. Because, like, I'm sitting here uncomfortably. This is not a comfortable way to be sitting. I can't really lean back because I kind of just slide down if I do. It's just not comfortable at all. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know, I've got these bath salts that I got given as, like, a free gift with purchase when I bought, like, some moisturizer or something. And they look really nice. They've got some nice, like, botanical, like, essential oils in them. They smell really good, and they're supposed to be really relaxing and fun. And I just can't do baths because there's no way to sit comfortably in my bathtub. I don't know. Maybe I just need a very different bath in order to do it. I need to mute the mic for a minute. I'm really sorry. I'll be back in just a second. Blah. Okay. Anyways, Maggie says I'm doing well, just working on art for Christmas cards while the Thanksgiving food is cooking. How are you? I'm doing pretty good as well. Christmas card art, that sounds really cool and adorable, and I love it. That actually reminds me, if I can show off something what I have done, because they posted it on Blue Sky, so I can share this with you now. I did a commission recently for someone is going to be giving this, so my commissioner is going to be giving this as cards to friends and family. And it was such a fun piece to do. This is just, hold on, can I get it to embiggen? Can I get it to like open in a in a new tab? Yes, I think, maybe. Ha, there we go. Okay, cool. But they specifically wanted, the theme is make the Yuletide gay. So we made the Yuletide gay. So we've got a queer couple there, and then just a very prideful tree, and a little doggy, because Dachshunds are amazing. This was such a fun piece to do. I had a really good time doing it, and I love that it's being put to good use by my commissioner as well. But yeah, this was a lot of fun to do. And again, my commissions are open, by the way. There's a link to the shop in the chat if you would like to check that out. Obviously no pressure, but it is available for you if you really want to see a specific thing in my art style. I can probably do it. Anyways. Oh no. Oh, I didn't get to the mute button in time. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to hear that. Oh no. Aoife reckons that a cauldron bath would probably support bad posture a little too much. You're probably right. Maggie says cute. Aw, beads. Oh, once again, I couldn't get to the mute button fast enough. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am genuinely so sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, I am gonna mute for just a second because I think another sneeze is coming. I do think that if you had a cauldron bath where instead of just sort of being like crouched in the bottom of it, if there was like a little like stool inside, like a little wooden stool in the cauldron that you could sit on, that could work. Though I don't necessarily want to be directly on top of like flames, because I don't want to accidentally become, cooked. I'd rather not accidentally become cooked. Just a thought. Thank you for the bless yous. I appreciate it. I'm really sorry about that. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm going to set our little batto to one side for the moment. And take another look at this mess. Actually, to that end, I probably don't need the rest of this black ink for the remains of the strim. So what I might do is I might just grab a little bit of tissue and actually just get rid of this from my palette so it doesn't accidentally get on the painting that I don't want it to be on. Because I think an accidental swathe of black ink on this would look pretty bad, actually. So I'm gonna not do that. Just a thought. I mean, sure, says Aoife, but just the walls being curved inwards was what I meant. Oh my god, yeah, no, you're right, that too. That would kind of make you kind of shramp. Just like I am when I'm painting. Except less productive. But relaxation is being productive. What am I talking about? I need to mute again, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. It's tea sipping time. Now I did want to have some like smaller foliage, some like grasses and um shrubs and that kind of thing sort of closer to the front of the piece. Um like there's some shrubs just sort of growing along this side of the house sort of to over here, and then some little bits over here, and maybe coming down onto the shore closer to the lake, because as I say, there isn't really that meant to be that much of a beach so I'll probably paint over some of that with some shrubby, grassy, planty type situations, question mark. You know what I mean? Plants. Why can't I talk? Oh my god. I don't know. But anyways, for my American Thanksgiving dinner tonight, and I am observing American Thanksgiving tonight, I'm having a very traditional salad with poached salmon and potatoes vinaigrette. That's not, I'm just having salad with poached salmon and potatoes vinaigrette. I'm very looking forward to it. It's a nice, pleasant meal. Ah, beans. I didn't buy any herbs. I haven't got any fresh herbs for it. Oh no. My poor little pomme de terre. What am I gonna do? Oh, that's gonna be a bit plain. Oh well, it'll be fine. I might zhuzh it with some dried herbs or see if I've got anything in the freezer. It is not the time of the season for fresh herbs, and my last fresh herb plant sadly kicked the bucket a little while ago. I have an interesting plant in the kitchen that basically one morning I woke up and found that there was a little sprout growing out of the like overflow sort of little vent that you have on the side of the sink. So clearly when we were doing the dishes like the day before or something, a little seed made its way into there and decided to start growing. I don't know how, but here we are. But I plucked out that sprout, and instead of discarding it, I planted it into a pot of soil. And friends, it is a full-on plant. It is tall. It's like probably about at least a foot tall. It's grown many leaves and foliage. It's clearly not something that thrives in the winter because it hasn't like borne fruit or vegetable or anything, and I think it's a tomato plant. But it's still alive, and it is still forming new leaves and stuff every day. We named him Sprout, and he is my beloved son. And I very thoroughly cleaned and disinfected the sink after we found that, just in case there were any other little seeds like lurking within. But that was the only one. So I think it was just a little tomato seed or something, probably from a tomato that we had that just made its way as the dishes were being washed. And I just think that's so wild. And I'm genuinely so proud of the fact that it is like a whole beautiful plant, and that I was able to, give it a proper life. I think that's kind of special. Is that special? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a sentimental goofball, but I think it's neat. I don't know. I just think that's neat. Heck. Oh, sorry. I've got the hiccups. I'm going to take another sip of my beverage, which is now cold lemon ginger tea. Anyways. Ooh. Does anyone else in the chat grow plants? Does anyone have like fresh herbs or anything that they keep on their windowsill, or do you have a garden? If so, I'm jealous. I would love to have. Okay, I think what I would love to have is like a garden in theory, like to hang out in and to like harvest, like veggies and berries and that kind of thing from my and herbs from my plants. But the actual getting down in the dirt and touching dirt or wearing like gardening gloves, Gives me major sensory ick. I don't like the texture of dirt on my bare hands. I also vehemently dislike the texture of having to have gloves on my hands. So any of that kind of thing is something that I genuinely tend to want to avoid. But man, I wish I had a garden. Maybe if I had infinity monies, I would have a garden that I like largely maintain in terms of like, you know, like keeping things in shape and harvesting stuff, but just hiring like a landscaper to pop in and do all the things that actually involve touching dirt. That's normal, right? Is that a normal use of if you were like wealthy? Would that be a normal thing to do? I don't know. Anyways, Eva says I've got some huge bushes of some herbs: rosemary, laurel, thyme, and oregano. Oh my goodness, that sounds so good. Imagine the roast potatoes you could make with those. Imagine the stews. Oh, that sounds so nice. Anyways, I'm gonna drop a super quick BRB again. But I will be back momentarily, and I hope you enjoy the BRB screen. In the meantime, I don't know, think about fresh herbs. What's your favorite fresh herb, chat? Let me know. That's a silly thing to ask, but here we are. I'll be back very shortly. Enjoy the break. Here's the break screen. I'll be back in a minute. Hello, friends, I'm back. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. I hope you had a pleasant break time. It's lovely to be back. Anywho, excuse me. Oh, goodness gracious. I really wish that my nosy wozy would stop being so snuffy. It's deeply annoying. But never mind. Aoife says we have a really nice garden with fruit trees, berries, a small patch for veggies, and a lot of grass area with old trees and swings and stuff. A stone sculpture of marabou storks. And the back of the garden used to be a vineyard. So there was just a lot of empty grass area. We've had weddings here twice and other bigger parties. Oh my goodness! That's heckin' huge! I love that for you! That's amazing! Aoife says I only recently started getting into houseplants. Enjoying my plant babies a lot. Oh, nice. I wish I could have more houseplants, but they have this unfortunate tendency of dying. I am not good at taking care of them. There are never good places in the house for them to be like placed that get sufficient natural light. I think that's a big part of it. At least if I had to guess. So that's, you know, a bit of a struggy. But yeah. Fun stuff. Okay. How shall I do? How shall I with this greenery? I don't know. But I should probably at least try and do a little bit. I don't think we're not going to finish this today, but at least we started it and it was something that we did. So that's nice. I think the greenery sort of in the front should be quite that sort of deep. It's getting close to, but not quite wintry sort of flavor of greenery, not like the fresh, bright greenery of summer kind of thing. So I think the color wants to be a little bit sort of dirty, dark, and deep. I think is what I'm after here. That's kind of the vibe I want for this piece. Is like the weather is cold. This weather, it is cold, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to nail that with this. Yeah, I would love to have more houseplants than I do, but it's a struggle to maintain them here. I think, I don't know, I feel like a lot of British like flats don't really get a good amount of like good sunshine. And that a lot of plants are a little unhappy with that, oddly enough. And also I tend to not have all of my like windows open all day. And also, you know, next to the window is where it's cold and drafty, especially this time of year. So man, those plants would not like that either. It's a struggle. I don't know if Sprout is going to survive the winter because Sprout seems like, I think Sprout is a tomato, and tomatoes are very warm weather creatures. So, struggies. Um, but yeah. Aoife says, so far mine seem okay. Theoretically, I'm a horticulturist and florist and have worked with a lot of plants, but it is really something else to keep plants happy in your home. I hope I have that green thumb. It genuinely, that is very true as well. It's the same, you have a plant that's like out in the wild, in like, sort of the woods or the plains or wherever the plant likes to grow in real life, surviving all kinds of, winds and storms and animals peeing on them and all kinds of shenanigans. You take it into your house and you give it like a milliliter too much water and it instantly dies. Which is kind of wild. And yeah, I feel like plants are harder to look after in many ways than like actual babies. Yeah, hello Ernesto, welcome in. The camera died for just a second there, but it seems to be back. Is it back? Are we back? Yes. Maybe. There's a bit of a delay happening with the camera. That's weird. Am I connected by USB? I should be. But there's definitely a delay of a few seconds on the camera, at least on my view. So, strange. Anyways, hello. How's it going? Welcome in. Lovely to see you. Hello. Hope you're having a good one. I'm going to mute the microphone for just a second. BRB on that. Aoife says overwatering is truly the killer of lots of houseplants, I believe. I had a strawberry plant many years ago, and it was this close. It was this close to giving us our own little fruits. And it rained. It was an outdoor plant. It was on sort of our like balcony railing. We don't have a garden or anything, but we do have a balcony railing. It was on our balcony railing on sort of one of those little hanging potos, and it rained. And then it died. Because even with drainage, the soil had gotten too wet, and it was not happy with that, and it died. And, yeah, overwatering, not great. But I think also with a lot of inexperienced plant people, there's there is a feeling that like the only thing that I can do is water this plant. That's the only piece of like care that I can really do to attend to it meaningfully. So if it feels like my plant is flagging, well, maybe it needs more water. So you give it more water and then it gets worse and you don't know what to do and then it dies. There you go. Coffee, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? We've got a blinking tutorial in the chat. Step 1, open your eyes. Step 2, close your eyes. Step 3, open your eyes again. You're done. Repeat the steps throughout the day for best results. I do. Get a load of this. I'm doing it right now. Right here. Ta-da! That's me. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is! Anyways. Excuse me. Okay. I'm still debating what order to do this photo. Do I want to do the trees, the sort of more, receding background trees first and then build forwards? Do I want to do the bits at the front and then build backwards? It's because I did a long piece recently that I made into a little bookie marquee, and the way that I did that one, where's my picture of it, was to start with the like background trees and make my way back, and that was really fun to do. Looked like that. That's the bottom half of it, and then wait, there's the top half of it, and there's the whole thing. yeah, that was a really enjoyable piece to do, and I did that from sort of back to front of a dense little forest. That's a bookmark that you can get in my shop if you like cardinal birds. Incidentally, it has been pointed out. I mean, I thought everyone knew this. You see a lot of like cardinal birds come up in like wintry artworks and stuff. I think especially if places where northern cardinals are birds you see, because they're that wonderful sort of bright red, and having them in like a wintry landscape looks very seasonal. But it's been pointed out by someone on Blue Sky, and again, I thought this was something everyone knew, that cardinal birds, the male cardinal birds are bright red. Female cardinal birds are brown with some like little reddish accents, but it's much more subtle than the fellas. So if you see like a Christmas card or something that's got two red cardinal birds on it, and they're meant to be like a pair, they're gay. So congratulations, everyone who's done that, on making the Yuletide gay. Love that for us. Aoife says, sounds so easy on paper, but I'm already struggling. After step 3, my eyes are open, but then repeating for step 1 has me stuck, not a bot. Oh, Aoife, no, I'm so sorry to hear that. I would suggest just continue. Generally, my eyes seem to just know what to do if I just kind of ignore it. Like just there, I blinked again. Did you see? Did you see? Wait for it. It's gonna happen at some point. They did it again. Yay! You got this. I believe in you. Truly, I do. Okay. I think I might start from the back and then make my way forwards, and see, just kind of see how that looks. If I just do like a suggestion of tree back here. Well, that was off screen, so that's a good start. But there's a suggestion. Is that a little bit big, I wonder? Oh, I don't know. Oh, heck. I just don't know. I'm just gonna go with it, and we're just gonna mess with stuff and improvise and see how things look, see what happens, see what we like. But I kind of like these ghostly background trees. I think that's kind of fun. I think that could be quite fun, in fact. So I think I might keep doing some ghostly background trees first, and then. But I also I want to make some variants on this. I don't want them all to be the exact same shade of like green, so I think I want to make some green variations. So I might just pluck up some more of this Shire blue teal and some yellow, and see how that just looks kind of in and of itself. Man, this is gonna take so long. It really is. I know this, but here we are. How about I do it anyways? It's okay if these treely blobs aren't perfect, because at least parts of them are going to get painted over anyways with other trees, so I'm not too mega concerned. About perfection here. I'm just concerned about having a nice time. This is looking really weird. And I realize this, but you know, Bob Ross would want me to trust the process, and so that's what I'm going to do. And I do think it's going to turn out, hopefully, okay. as I continue adding these weird spectral trees. Nice. Oh, that's barely a tree. That's just a blob. I think there was still a little bit of residual wetness from the background over there. Whoops. Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna pick this color up again. And I'm just gonna pop in just a little suggestion of tree behind this one. Like so. Oh, geez, they're blurring together. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. What if I made another green? What if I made another slightly different green? What if I added like a ton of yellow to this one? This was like quite a yellowy green. I could do that. I could just yellow it right up. Ooh. Ooh, isn't that delightful? I think so. I think it's nice. Anyways. Alright. Anywho. My train of thought has completely abandoned me at the station. So if there was something else I was going to say, I forget what it was. And for that, I apologize. These trees are kind of blurring into each other a little bit, but that's okay. This is the background where things matter less. And it'll all kind of work out and look good, I think, when it's all done. I really do. I do. So honestly, sometimes I have an idea and I just kind of want to play. And for this I kind of just had an idea and I wanted to have a bit of a play. And so that's what I'm doing. Hopefully it will be alright. Cool. Okay. I think that's probably enough of that layer. These I would like to dry out a bit before I add like the next sort of layer of forest on top of them. Samantha, hello! Samantha, did I do it? Did I make it? Is the stream not about to end this second? The stream is not about to end this second. The stream is probably not going on super much longer, but the stream is not about to end this very second. These trees need to dry before I can do anything with them, so I'm gonna put this piece to one side. And look at this vampire bat. I'm not painting it or anything. I just want you to look at it. Look at him. He's a good little boy. Anyways, no, I'm gonna paint him. Just a smidgen. And I will actually use these paints because I've got them out, so I might as well. I'm going to, if I can pick up a little whisper of galaxy pink. I think this, in and of itself, will probably be a fine color for bat nose. Bat nose. Okay, bat nose could actually be a little bit more saturated than that. Hold up. Bat nose. Oh, bat nose is too saturated now. Hold on. Bear with. Anyways, we have a terrible drawing time redeem from Samantha. Thank you. Your timing is genuinely impeccable. So let me just fix this very concerning looking bat nose with a little blot. And then a slightly lighter second layer. There we go. That's a much better shade of bat nose. Hell yeah. You've heard of the owl bear. Now get ready for an owl bun. Okay, well, there are a couple of different directions I feel like I could take this, and I'm not sure which one is the one I should do. So let's give it a go. Thank you for the terrible drawing time redeem, by the way. I very appreciate it. Let me grab the terrible drawing canvas, and then I will explain to everyone here what the deal is with terrible drawing time. Back in a sec. Okay. I haven't been commanded to hydrate, but I'm gonna take a sip of my water anyways, because I am, a thirsty little creature. Alright, so the deal is terrible drawing time is this thing that happens here, where for 5,000 channel points, I have 5 minutes or less to draw a character or concept if you're choosing from memory or sight unseen. Thank you for the hydrate, Samantha. I appreciate it. Taking a big slug of my water. Delicious. This is our current terrible drawing canvas. We've got some situations happening here. We've got Terry the Forg Mage over here, who I honestly think turned out pretty darn cute. We've got my attempt at drawing Charmy Bee from the Sonic universe from memory. I think this was Pumpkaboo, the Pokemon. And we have a couple of gooseberries, namely. Retroactively legal hydrate. Thank you, Samantha. I appreciate it. And now I have to draw an owl bun, which I'm not sure if it's meant to be an owl, like an owl bear and an owl but bunny, or an owl but like a bread roll. So what will happen? Nobody knows except me. One moment, please. But all will be revealed shortly. Anywho, how the heck am I going to draw this? First of all, I need to start a timer. I need to set a timer for, for 5 minutes. So let me get my clock app up. Here's my clock app. 5 minutes on the clock starting now. Let's go. Okay, owl bun. Bun? Bun or bun? Says Sledge. My thoughts exactly. Bun? Bun, says Samantha. Bun, apparently. Bun it is. Bun it's gonna be. Okay. This should be interesting. I still don't know exactly what I'm doing for this owl bun, but let's just do a something and see what happens. I think it could be interesting. In fact, okay, I'm starting to formulate some ideas. So first of all, I want to draw a little bird beak. We're starting with the beak, and I'm gonna draw some nice, cute little eyes. Big sparklies, just so that you know that they're cute. And I'm gonna fill those in first of all. Maximum adorbs. Okay, good start. We have our little owly face. And from there, I think we're gonna need to how shall I... Okay, hold up. If I sort of... Fluffy little owl face. Sinister? Sammy decides on their plan of it. Sinister? Aw, heck. I didn't think I was gonna be sinister. I'm trying to do something cute. But whom's to knows? Okay, they've got big ol' bunny ears. Look at that. It's cute. It's an owl bun. It makes sense. And then we're gonna have them just perching with their little wingies very cutely. And little feathery feathery textures here. Like so. But then also... little bunny feets. Like so. And a big fluffy cottony tail. Smith says, look, you can't help being left-handed, but it is rather sinister. Oh my god. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know. I think that this owl bun is pretty cute, actually, and I hope that y'all will like it. There we go. Okay, I'm not gonna color the whole thing in because it's like, it is a snowy owl bun, which is a thing that exists now. I think this might be one of my favorite fantasy creatures to exist in the realm of fantasy creatures, actually. And I hope that it is okay, I guess. There we go. Hell yeah. I realize there's 42 seconds left on the clock, but I don't think there's any improving upon this. Perfect rendition of my silly prompt, says Samantha. Oh, yay. Well, you know, genuinely, this is an owl bun. I'm glad it exists. I thank you for directing me to draw it, and I hope you're happy. That was terrible drawing time, everyone. This creature exists now. It's canon. This is an owl bun. Yeah, happy with that. Anyways, thank you for the terrible drawing time redeem. That was super, super fun. I hope that you like it. I hope that you're happy. And once again, I take no responsibility for any psychic damage that may result from the existence of this creature. And that's that. Okay. Let me bring this little guy back. I'm gonna paint in his, bow tie. And then we'll have a think about what we want to do next. Okay. Anyways. There was a bit of... Man, this paint is taking so long to dry! This paint is taking so long to dry! But I think... Are you seeing the vision yet? Can you see how this is potentially going to look not terrible by the time it's done? Like, that's a distinct possibility. This creature deals the opposite of psychic damage, says Samantha. It does psychic heals. Oh, thank you. Honestly, that is so nice to hear. We need more psychic heals, less psychic damage. I think that's good. That's encouraging. That's nice. I like it. Did I hit the mute button by mistake? Yes. Yes, I did. Oh no. I think I was moving something. Because I had placed my art supplies, my palette on the keyboard. And it pressed the mute button for me. Is that my art supplies' way of telling me that stream is done for now? I think it maybe is. So this is the makings of a vampire bat. They're not done yet. And this painting that we're working on looks real rough at the moment. But, you know, it'll get there. It'll be something nice by the time it's done, I think. We've got some little guys. We've got some little guys in the foreground hanging out by the lake. Thank you for alerting me to the fact that I was muted. And I think actually I might wrap up now because I'm sleepy. And my throat is not doing great today. It's been a day. But it's been really nice hanging out with y'all. Oh my gosh, little guys, says Samantha. Sammy almost never draws little guys. I know, unprecedented, right? Me, little guys? That, like, this never happens. What's going on here? But yeah, we've got some little guys happening, is what's happening. I hope that you like them, who are also husbands/boyfriends. I mean, they are holding hands, so, you know. Anywhoosins, I'm gonna find someone for us to raid, because, my throat hurts and I need to go make salad. So, let me have a little look-see and see where we can go, what we can find! Yay! Someone to say hi to. What shall we do? Who is live? There's someone we haven't seen in a little while. They're playing Animal Crossing. Let me just check and make sure that they're not just about to finish. But if they're not, let's go say hi to them. Because why not? I have not played Animal Crossing in a few weeks, and you know, I miss it. So, oh, okay, they basically just started, so that's fantastic. Let's go enjoy some Animal Crossing shenanigans. Let me grab a generic raid message in the chat. Also, if I raid a game stream, they're less likely to ask to make me show a picture of the art that I was working on, and this art is not ready to be seen by strangers. So, let's go raid a game stream. Bloop. I said start raid. Start raid. No, I don't want to drop in and collaborate. I hate this, like, let this person know that you want to drop in and collaborate. It's like, what if they say no live in front of a live audience? That is way too much social. No, like, who does that? Anyways, not that I'm in collaboration mode anyways, because I gotta go make salad. But thank y'all for hanging out with me today. It's been really, really fun talking about pies and other things. I promise this painting is gonna get better. But yeah. Samantha says, I feel like putting it on a stream is a strange way to prevent it being seen by strangers. Well, listen, I didn't know it was going to go through, like, many ugly duckling stages before it gets to be a good painting. Sometimes it'd be like that, though, and that's fine. Talking about pie, you say? Yes. Anyways, thank you all for hanging out with me today. I will be back tomorrow morning playing some Hollow Knight. Probably. Maybe doing something silly to do with it. I don't know. But, yeah, in the meantime, we're raiding Tauntaun. There's a generic raid message in the chat if you want it. You're all breathtaking. And, have a good night, everybody. I hope that you have a good one, whatever you're doing. And I hope to see you again soon. And you're great. And have a good one. And thanks for hanging out with me. It's been very nice to see y'all. Take care. And goodbye, good night, and good luck.